What's good, people? France have announced their squad to play the All Blacks. Earlier, I did do an All Black squad, and I'm going to finish it off with the France squad. Look, there's been a lot of back and forth. There's been a lot of anger between the All Blacks and the French because France have outright said, look, we are not going to be sending any of our big name players. We're not going to be seeing your Intermac, Ramos. We're not going to be seeing any of the big name stars, the elites. They are going to be sending a lot of their B, C, D players into the squads, to play New Zealand. And there has been a lot of debate as to whether it's watering down the essence of what it means to go and play the All Blacks. The French are very set on their ways. Galthié, he has his plan for the future, and he wants to make sure that it is looked after. The top 14 is running this weekend as well, and they want to be protecting their best players. They want to make sure that they are ready not only for their later internationals, for their clubs, and so on. So I do understand where France are coming from. I also do understand where New Zealand are coming from, because it's normally a big spectacle when you go and play the All Blacks, as it always is. They are one of the greatest teams to ever grace the field. But looking at the squad, there are still some fire players here. I'm not even going to joke with you guys. Like, there's some serious talent. So I wouldn't even be worried. This team is still going to put up a big fight up against the All Blacks. Now, whether the All Blacks are going to lose at any point, that's for a different video. But honestly, looking at we're still talking about players that are playing in the top 14. We are still talking about players that are playing for the best clubs in the world. Players that played well in the Six Nations for France. So there is a lot of inexperienced players here. There's a lot of youth, but there's a lot of talent on show as well. For instance, Attissogbe, who he killed it for France versus England. He killed it in the Six Nations. He kept Damian Penaud out of the squad for a little while, and he played at 14. He can play at 15. There's a lot of quality and a lot of talent here. So this definitely isn't something that the All Blacks should sleep on by any means, because the talent that they have can make their way into a vast majority of most top tier squads. So let's break it down and let's go through the squad. So in terms of forwards, they got Esteban Abadi, Hugo Uradu, Demba Bamba, Gaetan Barlow, Georgie Beria, Pierre Bougarit, Georges Henry Colomb, beast, Tyler Duguid, Baptiste Erdocio, Alexandra Fisher, Mikael Geard, beast, played as a lock in the Six Nations, also ended up playing as, I think it was number 8 for England 23 versus France 23. And still, he's a giant, he's a monster. And playing at 8, he's a scary customer. So he's definitely one to watch out for. We have Matthias Halagahu, Paul Malez, Guillaume Marchand, Regis Montagne, Rabah Slimani, Leinster boys, Romantal Fefenua, beast, Killian Tisserand, Jacobus van Tonder, Theo William, Cameron Wokey, who ended up getting himself a red card for England versus France, but still a spectacular talent. When he runs with the ball, he's like Moses. People part like the Red Sea. He's not a guy that you want to be getting hit by or run into. So, that's still a pretty strong forwards list. Like, by no means are they going to be weak at all. The backs, they got Theo Attissogbe, Leo Barre, elite level talent. Leo Berdeau, Leon Daricarere, Thibaut Dabagna, Ali Veretti, Duivalu, Gaël Fickou, elite. He's the captain. Emilien Gaetan, Antoine Hastoy, who ultimately got clotheslined by Faye Waboso, but had a pretty good game up until then. Played pretty solidly. So definitely one for the future. Baptiste Jauneau, Nolan Lagarec, who's more than likely going to end up playing at 15, but still another serious talent. Theo Millet, Joris Segon, who had a brilliant game in the semifinals. Theo, Tom Spring, Czech Tibergain, and then Gabin Villiers. Whoo, my guys, like, if you are telling me that this is still not a ridiculously talented squad, I don't know what you could potentially think about, because like I say, a lot of these players are still playing, whether it's in the URC, whether it's in top 14, they are still playing at elite level rugby. Even Pro D2 in France is elite level rugby, right? The players that are playing there will happily challenge a lot of people in the URC, in the Gallagher Premiership. Like, seriously, guys, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So now I've given a basic prediction for my 23 to start. Could be wrong. Let me know what your thoughts. I want to hear what your team is going to be. But this is mine, right? So Lucy, I'm going Georges Henry Colombe. Power and scrums, and his mobility is just getting better. He's just finding his path. I have Gaëtan Barlow. Tight head, I got Rabah Slimani. My lock pairing, I got Romain Taufi Fanua, Georgie Beria. My back rows, I got Cameron Woki. At 6, 7, I got Pierre Bougarit. And then 8, I got Demba Bamba. Big ball carrier. He's very, very good at carrying that ball. He's so scary when it comes down to running. And you know he's going to be just balling into anything and everything, or anyone that has a ball. So, yeah, that's my 8. My backs, my scrum half, I'm going to give it to Nolan Lagarec. He's so quick. He's brilliant at controlling the tempo. He's brilliant with his hands, his feet, his ability to play that, skip pass. He's got it all. And I think I'm gonna go for Nolan Lagarec at 9. My fly half, I'm gonna go Antoine Hastoy. I enjoyed how he played for France against England. He's got a very good tactical game. It's very underrated, and I feel he's definitely going to be one for the future. And he's one that I think he's really, really going to cause New Zealand a lot of problems. My centers, obviously, I'm going Gaël Fickou. He's captain. He just makes things happen. He's such a good ball carrier. He's good with his feet. He's so tight and tidy. When you need something to happen, he's going to bring it out, and he's a brilliant captain. So I'm going to give that to Gaël Fickou. My 13, I'm giving it to Emilien Gaëtan. He's a brilliant in terms of defense. He's got that dynamic play. He's so good when at mixing defense, offense, and he just provides that brilliant midfield link. And I think him and Fickou make such a brilliant partnership. My wingers, I'm giving my 11 to Gabin Villiers. Proven try scorer. He's got pace for days. He's really going to cause those All Blacks a lot of problems, especially on that wing, and he'll happily break ankles. So he's my 11. My 14, I'm going to give this to Théo Attissogbe. He can play at 15. He's predominantly at 14. Looking at what he did for France in the Six Nations, he's a scary customer. He just makes things happen. He's so quick off the mark. He'll happily break through that gain line, and he was causing big teams in the Six Nations serious problems. So if he has even just a little bit of that form, keeping Damian Penaud out, obviously Damian Penaud was out for a couple other reasons, but he kind of kept him out for a good portion of the Six Nations as well. So he can definitely, change to 15 if needed, being at that 14. But I'm starting him at 14, and obviously he can play throughout the back row, so that back line. So yeah, he's really, really good, and he's so scary under the high balls. Watch this guy under the high. He caused almost every single team that he played up against in the Six Nations nothing but problems. For club rugby, he is so scary. So, yeah, Attissogbe at 14. My fullback, I'm giving to Aliveretti Duigavalu. Safe hands. He's a brilliant counter-attack player. He's got that brilliant attacking instincts. His ability to relieve pressure. He's got a good kicking game. Again, I feel he's very underrated. I think a lot of people down south don't really understand just how good he actually is and how much talent he has and what he's still yet to show. So I think this France squad would actually kind of put a little bit of fear into these All Blacks and kind of give them a little bit of understanding of what French rugby is and how dangerous they really, really are. So yeah, that's my 15. My replacements. So I have got Pierre Bougarit. I've got Pierre Bougarit. I've got Esteban Abadi. I've got Alexandra Fisher, Tyler Duguid, Baptiste Jauneau, Leo Berdeau, Thibaut Daubagna, and then Cheikh Tiber again. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think this is still going to be a fantastic tour, even though a lot of the big names aren't going to be playing. I think this is a chance for a lot of these players to show that they have the capability to be those big names, to show why they deserve those spots up against the All Blacks and to really prove themselves, not only among their peers, among their fans, among their clubs. New Zealand are playing a strong squad. So we all know New Zealand are not coming to play. But I think this is, even if France lose, this is definitely a time for France to show what they are made of and what their talent and what their production line is going to be producing over the next few years, especially in preparation for the 2027 World Cup, which is only a couple of years away. So Galthié is using this time to really start progressing the careers of the youth, to start, putting the younger players into the window shop to say, look, this is our talent. So when we have our Ramoses, our Antoine Dupont, our Intermax, all Mofana, Malvaka, all of these players, when they're not there, this is the kind of talent that we have. So let me know what your thoughts are. Drop it in the comment section below. Please, as always, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.